What's up, guys? Today I want to take you through the benefits of isometrics and why I feel like this is probably the most underrated form of training that can help you in athletic endeavors and really any sort of way of fitness. Even if you're just trying to maintain your health, isometrics is a great addition to your routine. So let's get right to it. Now, first, I must say isometrics isn't the best for building pure mass. I think it's something that should be done additionally to your actual routine. And as I, explain isometrics and things like that, I'll show you guys the routine that I'm doing, or I'm gonna record it after I record this mouth talking part. And you guys just try the routine, try out some of it, and I'm telling you, you guys are gonna realize how exhausting it is, right? So when you're doing your isometrics, the biggest thing I want to say that you gain from it is gaining a range of motion and being able to be strong in different positions. And what I mean about being strong in different positions and having that range of motion is that you can apply your force in awkward spots. Like if you're playing a sport, if you got to contort your body in a way, you can apply your top level athleticism, although you're not in the best optimal position. Now, this helps really carry over many things that you do in your training. A lot of people say weight training doesn't carry over to a lot of things, and that's true, because weight training is a very fixed movement in a way. Even if you're doing a bench press, it's still one specific way you're doing it. You're not getting much range of motion and engaging that many muscles at once. But when you're doing isometrics, you're engaging so many muscles. Like, as you see right here, I'm doing a horse stance, right? And you see I'm engaging my legs, my hamstrings, my core, and even holding my body just in that position really helps me engage almost every muscle in my body. And it really just brings that mind muscle connection and helps your body use each muscle in concurrence with each other. And this translates much more in terms of any sport. Now, for the second reason why I do isometrics, it is for health. Isometric is great for strengthening your tendons. Now, if you're someone who trains for hypertrophy, or if you're training for explosiveness, then you guys should definitely be doing isometrics, because your muscles are going to develop faster than your tendons. Your tendons are always going to be a little bit weaker, or at least when you're first making gains, when you're tracking your progress and you're gaining muscle, your tendons can't keep up the same way that your muscles can, because it takes a good bit of time for your tendons to get stronger. And isometrics is key for just focusing on those tendons, getting them right, and helping your body acclimate to it. Now, one thing that you'll see is a lot of people who are using secret juice or secret sauces, if you know what I mean, and you'll see them doing a movement and they're more likely to tear their pec, or tear whatever muscle they're using. I remember seeing this one guy, he was training with Larry Wills, and he was doing an incline bench press, and he tore his right shoulder. It was very nasty. It was very disgusting. I suggest you don't look at it. But that's one example of someone whose muscles are getting much stronger, but their tendons couldn't keep up, and it was just exasperated by what he was doing outside of the gym. So I suggest anyone, even if you're an older person or younger, no matter your age, do isometrics. It's so great for your tendons. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to be 60 and being able to jog and move with my grandkids, or 7. Like, I want to be healthy, be able to walk, be able to take my kids to the park like my grandmother used to do when I was younger. And I just want to sort of keep that health in my life and be able to have that freedom. And getting those tendons strong and making sure that your body can really, withstand what you do throughout the day, throughout workouts, is a very integral part of that. All right, guys, next I want to talk about the muscular endurance aspect. Now, if you actually do calisthenics, your muscular endurance is already much better than someone who would lift weights or do anything like that. And muscular endurance is such an important and underrated thing, in my opinion, because this is what helps you, any boxer or someone who does any sort of sport, you have to be able to consistently maintain that explosiveness throughout whatever you're doing, right? So I think the sport that requires muscular endurance the most is wrestling, because physically trying to manipulate someone's body like that, and they're trying to manipulate you, is such a workout. Like, I probably get the most insane pumps from any sort of grappling that I do. And I suggest that anyone who does jiu-jitsu or any grappling, or if you're doing, honestly, any sport really, because you're going to want to maintain that top level athleticism as you go on. And having that muscular endurance can help you maintain doing that. And this can be seen a lot in arm wrestling Now, arm lifting, it's a lot of technique to it, but really you have to hold that arm, you have to hold that forearm strong and make sure that you can consistently outlast an opponent, or, you know, it just helps fend against people with that fast burst, but they still can't, you know, like a lot of people, they have that fast burst, but they still can't consistently burst for that long. And this was a big issue for me when I was younger. I used to always explode. I was very athletic, and I still am, but I couldn't maintain that for a long amount of time. I couldn't just maintain those explosive movements that often. So, you know, isometrics, before I did any sort of plyometric routine, or even before I worked out in any sort of routine, I always start off with my simple plyometrics. Now, a simple plyometric thing that I do when I'm in a time crunch is I do my horse stance for about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. I do a bottom push-up hold if I'm about to use a lot of chest and shoulders. I do a bottom pike hold, or I just do a handstand hold against the wall, because, you know, I can hold a handstand hold for a long time against the wall. Doing freestanding is a bit iffy. I can get 30 seconds, 40 seconds in, but it just depends on the day, you know. My hands might not be up for the task. But guys, I definitely recommend you implement your isometrics, and you guys will see changes. Now, your changes won't come in 1 week. You might see some changes in 1 month, but if you do isometrics for over the span of a year, and even when you're an older person, you will see the benefits. Just stay focused, stay disciplined, keep grinding, and I'll see you guys next time.